You know what? This is freaking impossible. I think there's a level of competition never seen before, especially with AI's love. But still, I cannot blame it all to it. There's something else, and it's not only about being good. I discovered that well, you have to do the clickbait, not the clickbait, the thumbnail. You have to do the retention, and then you have to do a good video. That's what I hear. That's what I think, and it usually works. But a few weeks ago, something happened. A video came into my front page that it was called "The Algorithm is Bullshit," and it says like that. And and when you watch the video, it got a lot of views, more than 100,000 views. And it was from a really small channel, like not as small as mine, but really really small. I think not even 1,000 at that point. But the video got like, as I said, hundreds of thousands of views, and it showed to people, and it actually was something that he did. He did a test for the video. He said, "I'm gonna swear on the title, and the thumbnails. It's just gonna be a thumbnail of the gameplay that I'm doing in the back," and it blew up. If I Now that I think about it, I saw him for a few days, then he disappeared. It got buried again. But then something else happened. Last Saturday, something really weird happened. And I'm gonna tell you. What happened is I also went to YouTube, and I think it was with this account. And what happened was that there was this video. The title was just corrupted text and a black screen for thumbnail. And it was 5 days old, but it popped out to me on Saturday. And the interesting thing is that I went to the comments because I wanted to see what was that. And there was a lot of people commenting that, "Oh, I'm also here on a Saturday afternoon and it showed also to me." And I was like, "Okay, this is weird. How did it pick where to show?" And still it had 200,000 views. I don't know how many it has now. I don't even know if the video still exists. But it was like 2 hours. I don't know how long, or 12, of just black screen. So what is it? Why? I would be totally happy with a video with 1,000 views, and yet you do a black screen with no thumbnail, with no text, with no title, and it has hundreds of thousands. What is it? I gotta see that, and I also want to understand what happened with the video with the guy about the algorithm. And look, it's not about the views, but the views should reflect what you do. Because I do want to do something. I'm not doing this just to get views or get money, because I probably never gonna. I want to talk about things that I like. I want to express myself and try to teach what I know, and maybe help somebody with my experience in life and what I study and what I work. Also, maybe complain or just connect with people. But it is really strange. So I wouldn't like as I was saying at the beginning, like, oh, you get to do the retention, the thumbnail, the title, and yeah, that's part. I guess that's part of getting that. But I wouldn't like being driven. Like, I want my content to be my content. I don't want to be chasing something, because it's gonna be like, if I do this, it should be intrinsically rewarded, which it is. I mean, there's a reason I'm here, because even if I don't get views, even if I don't get anything, I just like it. But maybe it's just like gambling. Maybe I feel like I'm buying a lottery ticket, and maybe someday I'll win and I get something. But I was actually reading this book, which is really interesting. I'll talk about it later. I actually want to do reviews of my books too. It's one of, and it's gonna be something like also to me, so I can like uh, retain more of what I read, talking about it, because I think that's the best way you can get retention. I think that's one of the most useful things about going to university or school is talking about what you're studying. Because if you do it by yourself, like I do at this point, I think it's harder to retain. So I like that about this because, to be honest, people don't really like my topics. They're interesting, but they prefer to listen to an Instagram coach instead of talking about evolution and stuff like that and human nature. It's not that sexy. I mean, it could be, but yeah. So, anyway, I think I want to do that. But what I was talking about in this book is that I forgot the point, but there's many. One of them is like uh, sometimes we feel like we're not good because our work is not recognized. But it actually talks in that book about like J.K. Rowling and some others that got rejected many times, and after 20 tries they got accepted on a publisher or whatever. So I got that motivation, and I'm not saying that I'm really good, but it motivated me for that. I'm not gonna edit this video. What was the point I was gonna say? I was talking about studying probability, I guess. It also about randomness. Yeah, that's something else. Maybe I'll do the review now. I don't want to sidetrack, but yeah, it's something I liked something that they say. It says sometime exceptional results doesn't mean exceptional. Extraordinary results don't need extraordinary causes. Sometimes you're just lucky. Sometimes you have good timing, or like the sometimes the algorithm picks you up. And I wish I could remember what I was gonna say. Maybe if it comes back to me, I'll add it up because I don't know if I'm gonna upload it right now. But yes, it's called The Drunkard's Walk, and it's about randomness. I guess I wanted to talk about the probability of having a yeah, I was talking about buying lottery tickets, and it's kind of like that. They were saying that at least one person dies when they every lottery a raffle, I guess, driving to it. So but it's about probability, about just random stuff. Look, I gotta close the video like this. So slow. What is it? What's that? What's that? What's that? Yeah. Okay, bye.